So much of life is just so fake. I mean, you look at that William Shakespeare quote, it's like the world is a stage and the men and women are merely actors, or I'm butchering the quote, but you get the point. It's just full of all this fake stuff. You look on LinkedIn, everyone's going, oh, I got a new job, this is the best thing of my life. Oh, it's like, I can be fake. No, I can be fake. I can, those job interviews and those all those stupid things, work things. Like, I can go there and say, oh, why do you want to work at this marketing company? Oh, because I just get such a good feeling when I'm helping people in marketing. I feel like I'm contributing. I can do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pretend. But apparently I'm the bad guy because I'm unmasked. Apparently it's like, oh, it's good to play along and it's wrong and you should just accept it, and all these things I've been told my whole life. But I don't buy it at all, to be honest. The world is so fake. People can't just admit how they're feeling about things. Even just in conversation, how are you? Oh, I'm just fantastic because life is damn good and life is a gift and blah, blah, blah. And everything's just so fake. Everything in the world is fake. Like just the way you talk to people, it's all this, oh yeah, I'm just doing this, life's good. Oh, you can't admit there's a problem with something. You can't say how you really feel. Even when you go to a doctor or a psychiatrist, like you try and say how you feel and they go like, oh, that's wrong. Oh, I explain very clearly that money is a huge problem because with money, it solves a lot of the actual problems in my life, to be honest. And you say this to like a doctor, they go, oh, it's ridiculous, oh. Then you have to say the right things. So they give you the right medication. It's just, oh, everything's fake. And it's so annoying, So many things in life. Just to get a job, you have to pretend that you care about some random company that does not care about you. It's a power difference at that. Why do you want this job? Oh, well, because, I want to feed the working masses and make flowers bloom on a rock and it's all fake. I think most people are playing along with this fakeness. And I always love getting to know the real people. I honestly, I think my friend once had a breakdown. He was really upset about something and he apologized to me. And I said, no, don't apologize. I want to see what makes you sad. Don't, you getting upset over something that's not bad. You're being honest to me. You're not hiding anything from me. I want people to tell me how they feel about stuff. I think people maybe are used to being taken advantage of in that sense. They try to, I'm guilty of this too. I don't want to show weakness because people, they take advantage of it. So I know where that's coming from, but no, I think I'm starting to change a bit more. But when someone's really passionate about something and they go, oh, sorry, I'm sorry, this is boring you. I'm like, no, it's not boring me. It's cool. You're being yourself. You're doing what makes you happy. There's this guy that I know, well, I knew him a while ago. He was obsessed with trains and buses and transport. He could tell you, in his head, he had a map of Sydney in his head. He could tell you at any time of the day where every single bus was. I think he had autism, to be honest, because I'm not a doctor, I'm just guessing. But I think he was autistic, to be honest. But the way his mannerisms, I'm not sure. I actually really like this guy. And he could tell you almost to a T, I got my app and I checked what he was saying and it was right. He could tell you what train was going at what time and what bus was going where. It was his mind was a map of Sydney. It was incredible. And for fun, he would get on buses and just ride around Sydney. And no one took it, and everyone sort of made fun of it. Oh, he's that weird bus guy. I thought it was super cool. I'm you know why it's cool? I'm not that crazy for buses. I mean, trains are kind of cool, but buses, they're kind of cool. I mean, I think they're all right, but I'm not that into them, But I thought, well, this guy's being himself. This guy's doing what makes him happy. And that's beautiful. It's genuinely beautiful to see someone who just loves something. And that to me is what makes life amazing. To have beautiful humans like him to just enjoy. I want to see people doing that. I don't, when people just pretend they're the latest TV show or something, that's so boring. Or you like this movie because everyone told you it was cool. I think that's why I've never, I don't know. It's probably why I do YouTube rather than TikTok, because TikTok's got a lot of trending things. I don't really enjoy, I don't know, whatever. But I like when people can just be themselves and be unique. And even if you're flawed as a person, but you're just being yourself, that's who you are and that's what you want to do. And you love to draw and, I don't care if my drawings are bad, but I just love drawing or something, I'm not necessarily talented at everything. And I like things that I'm not good at, That's what you want. I want people who just living life and being themselves and having emotions and just being honest. They get angry about something and they tell me, oh, I'm angry because this thing happened to me. That's what I want. Not this fake thing where everyone's pretending to be nice to you, but they don't really like you. But so many women I've known, I've known, I talked to some woman and she'd be talking to me, and then some other person would come up and they'd say, oh, hi, good to see you. And I was like, okay, cool, that's obviously your friend or something. And they go, and as soon as that woman left, this woman would say to me, I hate her. she's such a bitch. She just it was just. And then she said to me, she goes, oh, she hates me as well. The world is insane. It's all one big game. Everyone's just pretending. And the corporate world's even worse. People are just backstabbing each other. And then you've got to pretend that you like Microsoft Excel. And you've got, like, for me, it's just, why can't people just be individuals and just be happy? And because society punishes them, I think, If someone has interests, let them be happy. But apparently, like, it's wrong to have interests, apparently, and people get mocked. And I think it starts in schools. I think, like, kids bully people for having interests, and it sort of, like, teaches people to, like, be careful. I mean, I'm guilty of this too. I'm very aware when I meet people to, like, try not to talk about, my interest. Because I have to, even the problem I've got is even people that are in the same, so if I'm doing martial arts, I'm kind of obsessed in martial arts, to be honest, but, why not? It's fun. And if I meet people in martial arts that have done martial arts their whole life, and I start talking about martial arts with them, even they get like, oh, he knows all these things, like it's almost like people don't want you to be so interested. I don't know, it's weird. People are just so fake, So it's always super refreshing when someone just says how they feel, And I don't judge people. Like, I just don't judge people. It's like, if you like this thing, you like it. It does not affect me. But I've found so many people in life are so judgmental. Oh, I heard that he likes this movie. What a stupid person. Or I heard that he, I don't know, likes roller skating or something. You just mocked for what you like. Like, apparently doing martial arts is apparently mockable, apparently. So they say. But I always found, like, people used to play like little games and stuff at school, like with little cards and stuff, and they were mocked like they're the losers because they like playing cards or something. Oh, actually, there's a game called, I've never played it, but it's called Dungeons and Dragons. I have no idea how it works. I've been told roughly how it works. It's like a role-playing game. I'm not really sure how it works, to be honest. I've heard roughly it's like you roll a dice or something. And I've seen a lot of people get mocked for that game. I've watched a lot of people get bullied over this for some reason. It's apparently wrong to play a game that's fun. Like, apparently you're a loser if you play that. How are you a loser for hanging out with your friends and having a great night? That makes no sense to me. It's like, oh, you're such a loser. You hang out and play games. Like, sorry. I just feel like in society, there's all these things that you have to do to, like, be accepted. It's crazy because before the UFC was like the Ultimate Fighting Championships, before that was popular, martial arts were kind of like geeky and like kung fu. But now because of the UFC, it's like cool again. And I remember when I was a kid, Star Wars was like always this really bad thing. You weren't allowed to like Star Wars. But for some reason now it's apparently, well, I mean, I haven't followed it, but nowadays I think it's more cool. Since before Disney took over it, I mean, I haven't followed it really for a while. But it was like, you're a loser if you... One of my friends was obsessed with like history and Sparta and ancient Greece. And he was like really into that. I thought it was really cool, to be honest. He actually named his son Leonidas. So, I mean, that's how into ancient Greece he is, to give you context. But I really like this guy. He was a really cool guy. I really got along with him. And people just bullied this guy. Oh, who you think you are? He's just living his life having fun. Like, why should he have to fake liking... Oh, that was the thing. Rugby is apparently cool. The game of rugby union is a cool game. And if you like rugby union, that's cool. But if you like, I don't know, history, that's apparently lame. But although now it seems to be that liking history is cool again. So like, that's why I don't like society. It's like it's a regime. It dictates, okay, right now it's cool to sort of have this opinion. And then 10 years from now, you're a loser if you have that opinion. I've noticed this with a lot of different political topics and just topics in general. If you have an opinion, there's sort of like an acceptable timeline when you're allowed to have that opinion, but then it just changes, and then you got to fit in, you got to fit in, I almost do think I've got some sort of disease in my head where I don't want, like, I think normal people, like, they want to fit in. I've thought about this a lot. Normal people, they really want to fit in. Like, that's their life mission, is to fit in. Like, oh, please fit in. Please, someone like me. Oh, I'm desperate. Oh, please let the sheep accept me into their little flock. And I think like something's missing in my brain where I don't understand. I intellectually understand it, but I don't really get why fitting in. I want connections with people. I want genuine friendships. I want to have, like, I like relationships, and I like friends, and it's not that I don't want connection. It's that I don't necessarily just want to fit in because that's what you do, if that makes sense. But so many people, like, my ex-girlfriend was being exploited at her job. Like, she was getting underpaid, worked over hours, like probably illegal, I'm not sure, but I think it might have been illegal, I'm not sure. And I'd point this out to her, and it was just like, I actually got this idea from one of the commenters, by the way. And it was like, she knew that I was right, that she was being exploited, but she just desperately wanted to fit in. Oh, please, I want to fit in. I just want to be accepted. And I don't know, I'm missing something in the head, to be honest. I think that's a huge problem in my life, because So if I had money, this wouldn't matter. But basically in like the working world, I just don't care about fitting in. And I think that's a problem. You know, a lot of office jobs, you've got to sort of like fit in and dull your personality. And my friend who's a work zombie, I think that happened to him. I think he dulled his personality just to fit in. You're not allowed to be too smart, because if you're too smart, people might get threatened by you. You can't be too, you know, strong. You can't be too this or that. You have to sort of like, to fit in, you sort of have to dull yourself down. Like this guy I was talking about in the video, the guy who likes buses and trains. I mean, he was talking very openly to me about it. I think maybe it's because I generally want people to open up, but I suspect he's probably spent the most of his life hiding his interest from people because, you know, it's seen as uncool to like buses and trains. But as I was saying in this other video, when Elon Musk before he became really rich, he apparently was dreaming of going to Mars or something, and he was telling some woman, this is his words, I'm getting this from an interview I saw, he apparently wanted to go to Mars, and some woman laughed at him and told him he was ridiculous and stupid or something. But now he's a billionaire. Oh, he's the guy that's going to go to Mars. And I know he's controversial. I'm just trying to explain the story. Like everything's controversial in this stupid, messed up capitalistic world where everyone's exploiting everyone. But yeah, like just basically people to fit in, I think they dull themselves down. I think they sort of, part of them dies. And I see this a lot with friends from university. Like some of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. They get these corporate jobs and it's just, they die. It's like their soul, their eyes, they're dead. There was this guy I went to school with when I was in high school, and he had this really unique sense of humor, completely unique to him. I can't even explain this to you in words. It was like he had these one-liners he would fire out really quickly, and it was very distinctly him. Like he had this really unique sense of humor. It was really witty, and he'd always come up with these one-liners. He'd fire them out, and I thought it was hilarious. Oh, sorry, microphone. I thought it was hilarious. And so I randomly run into this guy, like, you know, randomly, you know, in Sydney, like, and then I'm expecting this really funny reunion, like, oh yeah, like funny. He's completely dead. Like he's like, oh, good to see you. Oh yeah, okay, cool. I was like, I actually, it upset me. I'll be honest. I was like, what happened to you? You were the funniest guy. And he's just one of many people. I've known so many people, and they become dull because the work, it sucks your joy out of you. It sucks the joy out of you. But you got to fit into the group, otherwise you get, you know, kicked out of the group, and that's bad. I actually saw this, I think it was like a documentary about wolves. And apparently in wolves, like before they were domesticated into dogs, I'm not sure how this works, but wolves in the wild, if one wolf in the pack feels excluded from the pack, he doesn't get along with the pack, he will actually go out into the wild and more likely than not make it. He might join a new pack or he might not, but he's willing to risk, you know, because wolves can't fend by themselves very easily. He's willing to risk not making it because the pain of being in a pack that he doesn't like is too bad for him. And this is a wolf. People love to say animals don't have feelings, but that's in my opinion, a stupid thing to say. I don't know how anyone who has pets can just be like, oh, they don't have feelings. Like, they obviously do. Like, you mean to tell me whales don't like have feelings? But okay, whatever. I'll probably delve more into that in another video. Well, what I'm saying is like, you know, what the fuck was I even saying? I lost my train of thought here. I was saying something about whales and something. But yeah, I think I've forgotten what I was going to say, so I might have to wrap this video up. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.